Okay, we've talked a lot about operational things, about how a company is run. But there's one aspect of a company that is hard to put your finger on because it's not something you see or pick up and show people. It is something you demonstrate. It's something that's the glue that ties the strategy together, the plan together with the strategy, ties the team together. It's called the culture of the company. The culture of the company is, quite frankly, the way these people are, the way this company portrays itself to the industry. It's the glue that ties everybody together into a single team, a single effort, a single vision. And it's how this company is known. It's what people say about the company. It's its reputation. It's what it can be counted upon. It's something that is there. And everybody knows it because they see it, feel it, and they see the people within the company demonstrating their culture every day. Pretty nebulous, huh? But it's there. Let me go through the elements that make it there and cause it to happen, quite frankly. It's there because somebody put it there. Somebody caused this to happen. Let me talk to you about that. The somebody that caused this to happen is the leadership of the company. It's the founders, it's the executives that are running the company. It starts there. The culture of the company is them. So when you're asked, where does the culture come from in your company? You say, well, of course, it's the management of the company. It's the founders of the company. It's them. No one else. A consultant didn't come in and create the culture of the company. A consultant may have come in to help them facilitate the leadership of the company to establish for themselves what they want the culture to be. I've been through that before. But it comes from the people because they're the ones that are going to make it happen. When the consultant leaves, it's them implementing the culture, portraying the culture. So let there be no doubt in your mind when asked, where does the culture come from? It comes from the leadership of the company. What the leadership has to do is, first of all, decide on what the vision of this company is. Yeah, oh my God, that boring stuff. A vision. Well, Mike, what the heck is a vision? Well, it's how you see yourself in the future. Where is your company headed? What is your company trying to achieve? It's usually built around what you believe you're going to look like and what you will have accomplished in the future. It could be built around a social cause. It could be built around a technology differentiation that has revolutionized some part of mankind. It's the accomplishment of market entry and market dominance. Things like that are really big, but definitely achievable, that the leadership of the company says, this is who we are and this is what we're going to be. And it sticks. No matter what happens to the company, this vision lasts. Can it be tweaked? Certainly. Can you change your mind? Certainly. But you do it very carefully. For the most part, you want to take the time to invent a vision that will last and will resonate with the people within the company and will resonate with people that you relate with outside the company, namely customers, investors, partners, and the like. So your vision is going to be lasting. It comes from you, the leadership of the company. Once you've got the vision figured out, underneath that, you want to lay out, well, okay, how are we going to get there? Well, you got a mission to accomplish, say the next year to year and a half. The mission is the delivery of something rather significant that leads towards this vision. It's a product. It's a service. It's the fulfillment of a social cause or the start of the fulfillment of a social cause. Whatever it is, your mission for the near term is to accomplish something rather significant, and you can explain the strategy of how to get there. A strategy that includes your marketing and your sales approach and the channels through which you'll go and what it is you're going to make that achieves this vision, whether it's a product or a service. All of that is put together at a very high level so that you, the leadership, can explain this to people, the next step in achieving the vision of this company. That's kind of what it's for. but you got to be able to explain it, and you got to make sense doing it. So you will have had to think about it. The top team of the company would develop it, hash it out, maybe bring in consultants to advise you on the achievability of certain things that you're assuming. However you do it, you come out of the other end of that piece of work with a vision, a mission, and a strategy to achieve the next step in the next year or two. Now you've got the makings of what this company is all about in terms of what it does and what it's trying to achieve. Now it's going to get a little bit harder. Now the management team has to have some characteristics about it. It's a management team and a set of founders that really put a high value on trust, mutual trust. The top team has to trust each other, demonstrate so in their day-to-day activities within the company and their interaction with people within the company. And secondly, they have to be high integrity people. Their word is their bond. When they say they're going to get something done, they get it done. When they make a commitment to someone, or whether it be someone in the company or a customer or investor or a partner, whoever it is, they follow through on it. They can be trusted, and their word is their bond. These are the characteristics of top leadership of a company. Quite frankly, this should be the quality of everyone in the company. But we're not there yet. We're just starting out. If the top leadership of the company has integrity and can be trusted, and they trust each other, we're off and running, because now the task is to instill that kind of characteristic into the rest of the company. Well, how do they do that, you might ask? It's called communications. You talk to people, you meet with your people. At this stage in developing the culture of your company, you're going to explain what it is to these people. You're going to create lots of opportunities for you to explain the vision, maybe in a company-wide meeting or within department meetings, but you're going to explain the vision, the mission, the strategy, and get across what this company is all about. And you are going to follow through on it. You're going to continue to communicate it. Every chance you get, when something comes up that's an issue that needs to be decided, the leadership of the company has to be seen to step back, say, well, look, in the context of our mission and our strategy, the answer to that issue is something consistent with that, not inconsistent. You will act until you decide otherwise to make decisions based upon the vision, the mission, the strategy of the company. It's like principles. And you will act always in terms of trust and integrity in the way you operate every day. And every opportunity that you see a breach of this, you kind of point it out. You're careful how you do it and in what audience you do it in. But you, as the leadership of the company, are the policeman of the culture of the company. And when you see a breach of the culture of the company, integrity and trust, misrepresentation of the mission and the vision, you correct it. And you correct it in a balanced way, without threats, without demeaning people. It is quite possible that some people in your company don't understand this yet. You take the time to explain it again and again and again. But you're going to be consistent. The other things you're going to do in communicating is answer questions. People in the company may not quite understand what the heck you're talking about with respect to your mission. Ask some simple questions. You give simple, straightforward answers. You should be known as a team that talks straight. Not gobbledygook, not political nonsense, not 8 paragraphs to answer yes or no. Yes should be your, or no, or I don't know, but I'm going to find out should be kind of the crux of the answers you give. Now you explain what yes means, what no means, and all that sort of thing. But your answers are straight, to the point. When people walk away from you, they understand what you said and perhaps can even repeat it to others. That's what you want them to do, quite frankly. Your communication should be passed along, but be kind of the champion of straight talk. Be that way. So you've had meetings and you've explained your culture and vision and mission and all of that. And you're going to have to believe me on this, that when you communicate, you're not done. Guess what? You're going to communicate again and again And in fact, you're never going to stop because people sometimes forget. Sometimes there's a breach of trust. Sometimes there's a breach of integrity. But to get across what it is you're all about as a culture and a leadership team, there's a management practice that I'm kind of a fan of. I call it, and many others call it, management by walking around, MBWA. Your communication doesn't have to be in big, company-wide meetings. It could be you walking down the hall, walking into someone's work area, a small group of people in a conference room, just meeting people in a hallway, meeting them in the lobby, or in the elevator, coming into work or leaving work, and people have questions. You answer them. You carry the culture with you wherever you go, and whenever there's a question that needs to be answered, you answer it right there on the spot. In fact, this is your opportunity to ask them questions like, how you doing? How's that project going? You show that you know what the heck they're doing. You tell them stories about experiences you've had in the world outside the company, particularly with customers. You want to get across that the success that they're seeing, others are too. You take the opportunity to meet your people, talk to them, get to know them. You want them to get to know you. That's how mutual trust and integrity is built. But as you do this, you have to be compassionate, show compassion, receive compassion in a very straightforward way. It takes a little bit of openness to do that, to be compassionate in a professional way. As you do that, you show empathy. You're an empathetic person. People with empathy for one another, that is, they take the time to understand where others are coming from, builds stronger relationships amongst teams of people. You're going to take the opportunity whenever possible. When something really is done well, you're going to recognize people for it. You say thank you. There may be other consideration you want to provide, a day off, a gift certificate to a restaurant, all sorts of things that you can do to say thank you. Thank you for a job well done. If it's some really, really big deal and an entire team has pulled off a miracle and delivered a product ahead of schedule, you call them together and give them some visible award, a trophy, a plaque they can put in their office. If they have offices, put it on their desk. But take every opportunity to recognize the behavior that you're trying to instill in them. When you see it, thank them. Nice job, nice going. I like the way you handled that. Stuff like that. All in all, this builds teamwork. And that's what you've been doing. All of this communicating and all of this recognition and compassion and empathy to accomplish. You've got a group of people that like each other, respect each other, depend on each other, and can be depended upon. They're now very strong teams of people. As you expand the company with more and more people, outsiders coming in as new employees, they're going to see this, they're going to feel this, they're going to get included and be supported by the team within the company to adopt them as another team member. You want to see that happen. And all your management by walking around is going to instill that as well. So that's a little bit about culture. It's very, very important that you nurture the culture of your company. Day after day after day. It never ends. The top leadership of the company is the culture. The management team has to be consistent in nurturing this culture and never breach the trust that has been built by them, but in them. While you're consistent, have a great day too.